The Supreme Court today modified its earlier directive regarding stray dogs in Delhi and NCR. The new order allows healthy stray dogs to be released back into the same area after sterilisation, deworming and also vaccination. But aggressive dogs must be kept in separate shelters. That's what the court has said, and they will not be coming back to the same localities. The court emphasized humane treatment while balancing public safety, urging authorities to act responsibly and with a lot of compassion. But yes, what is the way forward? Joining me now is Anish Gawande of the NCP led by Sharad Pawar. We also have, he's a spokesperson of the NCP. We also have Dr. Anurag Agrawal, who is the General Secretary of the Consortium Against Rabies. Thank you both of you for joining me on this broadcast. Anish, to you first. What did you think of the court's order today? Did you expect this to be modified? You've been talking about this being the middle path or a balancing act. How feasible is it to identify and isolate aggressive dogs during this sterilisation drive?
Basta, firstly, thank you for having me here. And to start off with, I want to say that the Supreme Court's 11th August order was neither logical nor logistical, right? Unfortunately, the proposal to send 10 lakh stray dogs to shelters was absurd in its very sort of formation. The fact is that we do not have enough space to put 10 lakh dogs into shelters, and it's an absurdly expensive proposal to begin with, right? So the court today has acknowledged that there needs to be a middle path found to the growing number of stray dogs in Delhi. There needs to be a middle path found to the increasing number of bites, and there also needs to be a middle path found for the eradication of rabies. Now, that middle path follows global best practices and Indian law. The ABC guidelines issued in 2023 advocate for three things: vaccinate, sterilize, release, which is exactly what the court has done here. I'll have you know that the ABC guidelines also do have in place a fairly sophisticated procedure for the release of sort of aggressive dogs. But you have to understand that aggression decreases dramatically when the municipality does its job. In the last count that was held almost a decade ago, Mumbai had 90,000 stray dogs. Delhi had 3 lakh, right? That only goes to show you that Delhi has not been performing its duties adequately as a municipality, which is why you're seeing an overcrowding of dogs, which is leading to an increase in aggression. You're seeing male dogs in heat, which is leading to an increase in aggression. You're seeing female dogs give birth to litters, which is leading to an increase in aggression, all while you're not vaccinating these dogs for rabies, right, nor are you keeping enough rabies vaccines in government hospitals.
Okay. Dr. Agrawal, that's a valid point that Anish has made. What is the way forward? And is it really true that Delhi has failed miserably when it comes to sterilisation of dogs? Is it why we do have a very high number of stray dogs now?
Okay. Is that question to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, Dr. Agrawal.
Okay. So, you see, the court has taken a slightly nuanced view this time that we will vaccinate the dogs, we will neuter the dogs, and we will release them back into the society, pending the time we have a kind of a facility of the scale wherein we can at least move these dogs. I think the process which the court has now adopted is very right. Regarding the failure of any government, see, it is the failure of the governments are made by people. People are us. It's the failure of the general public. When you feed dogs on the road, what can the government do? We have such a huge population. We are around 1.75 CR. We are seeing people feeding dogs everywhere they feel like, calling themselves dog lovers. So this is not the failure of the government. It is the failure of our mindset that we need to learn how to follow the law. The law has been clearly saying that we should have feeding areas which are segregated away from the places where children play. Societies, RWs have made feeding areas, but people are not ready to follow it. This time the court has come out very clearly that those people who will not follow the law will be punished. You know what is happening? Whenever there is an outcry in any society, the dog lovers come and paste a legal notice on your gate, and the family is frightened. They will not take any more action. The office bearers of RWS are frightened. So the court has taken a very positive step that nobody can interfere in the implementation of these laws. And if anybody interferes, he shall be severely punished. So that is a good step. And of course, we need reinforcements on animal vaccination and animal birth control. I think everybody agrees on
Right.
this. The animal lovers also agree on this.
Absolutely, and sir, as an animal lover, I say that none of us really want any,
Yeah.
any risks to public safety. None of us really want any problems to any delivery person or people walking on the streets. Anish, what kind of legal safeguards exist to prevent misuse that Dr. Agarwal is also talking about, the misinterpretation of Supreme Court's order, and also the fact that this debate has become really polarized, and I don't think there's any one villain here. It's just failure of the municipalities, and that needs to be the focus right now, isn't it?
I think you're absolutely right. You've hit the nail on the head, right? Unfortunately, we've gotten into a situation where rational public policy discourse is sort of over-riddled with emotions on both sides, right? There's very valid emotions on one side that are driven by a fear of dogs operating in packs. There's also a lot of fear on the other side that all these dogs are going to be taken to shelters only to die, right? To be culled because there's no way of implementing such an order. And the court observed as much in its order today without culling dogs, the previous order, right? So the safeguards that exist are very simple. These ABC guidelines, doctor, you must realize that these feeding zones have to be created by the municipality, which has failed spectacularly in designating these feeding
Okay,
zones.
Dr. Agarwal,
So
how
why
do
you're
we
seeing
ensure
this
that all
dispute?
communities work together on this, Doctor? Because I also think that you also would agree that there needs to be far more consensus and working together on this, isn't it?
Definitely, yes. That is what is the need of the hour. The dog lovers and the community elders have to sit together along with the municipality. So, what I've been proposing from day one is the concept of One Health. Our Prime Minister also has pushed this concept in management of all zoonotic illnesses. See, the problem is from where? From animals, dogs. So, who do we need? We need people from veterinary science. The dogs are being fed on roads. They grow on the roads. Who do we need? We need environmental specialists. There are open drains from where the dogs drink water. So who do we need? We need the municipalities and the PWD. So all these people, along with social experts and NGOs, need to sit together
Right. Dr.
and
Agarwal, we have
formulate
some
a
breaking news now.
timeline.
Thank you both of you for joining me on this broadcast.